So this is the booth setup. Yesterday's sales were pretty disappointing. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natalie and I'm the artist and owner behind NMC Design Studio, which is a small art business based out of Seattle, Washington. We're not in Seattle right now. We are in, not Chicago, but technically Rosemont, Illinois, which is right next to the Chicago O'Hare Airport. And that's because we're going to be doing FanExpo Chicago, which again, isn't actually in Chicago, it's in Rosemont. So it's about 1 p.m. on Thursday right now. I flew out at midnight, a little past midnight, Seattle time. And then we landed here. I'm probably just gonna call it Chicago because that's easier, but just know, when I say Chicago, unless I'm actually in Chicago, I mean Rosemont. We landed in Chicago early, actually. We landed at about 5:40-ish. I have a story about that. But because we were early, we didn't actually get to deboard until 6:15-ish, which I think was our original arrival time. So got to the hotel at about 7:30, 7:25, and so happy. They had a room, so I was able to check in early because, check-in isn't supposed to be until way later. And for the last 4 hours, I have been napping. So that also might be I know I'm a little bit sniffly right now, which I think is also just dry air and all that jazz, but also because I pretty much just woke up from a nap. Landing on the plane story time. So I was in the middle seat. So there was a person at the window and there was a person in the aisle. The person in the aisle, lovely. Didn't talk to me at all, just chilled. Person in the window for most of the flight, also lovely. Didn't get up, didn't try and talk to me at all, just chill. So at the time, I didn't know how close we were to landing, but I knew that we were close. Seatbelt signs were on and had been on. Crew had already come through and done their cabin check, made sure that all seats were back in the upright position, tray tables were up, etc., etc., which means you're pretty freaking close to landing. And what does the guy in the window seat decide he needs to do? He decides he needs to use the bathroom. And so I even say, I think the bathrooms are closed right now. And I don't know what he says. He just continues standing there like he wants to get out. So fine, whatever. It's your life, not mine. Except I have to get out, and so does the person in the aisle seat to let him out. So we're sitting there. I'm looking out the window that's open. I can see that the ground is getting closer. The captain comes back on the intercoms 4 minutes after he gets up and is like, hey, so we need everybody in their seats right now. We're about to land. Ugh, I'm gonna have to get up to let this guy back in his seat. And lo and behold, who comes wandering out 30 seconds later? It's this guy. Get up, get in the aisle, try and go really fast because I don't want to screw over the person in the aisle seat either. I have to go back in before they can go back in. And my butt hits the seat and then the plane lands, essentially, is what happened. But either hold it for the extra 5-10 minutes or have gone earlier. You had so much time. When cabin crew were first coming around to do their first checks, you could have gotten up and gone to use the bathroom. But you decide to go, not joking, 5 minutes before plane is actively landing is just crazy to me. But anyways, landed safe. No one was injured that I know of. Now the plan is to get an Uber, which I did look and they are kind of expensive, but I don't want to have to mess with transit. I'm gonna be so for real. So we're gonna catch an Uber and we're gonna go into the city. Today, I think I'll do the Bean and the two museums that are fairly close to the Bean that I had pinned that I wanted to go to. There's the Design Museum and then there's the Art Institute of Chicago. Kind of got to get going, and I also want to get food. I saw that there was a bagel close nearby, so we might go do that. Design Museum closes at 5. Art Institute, I think, doesn't close until 8. And we'll probably look for some place to get dinner before heading back. But I think that's the plan. Just a fairly chill day today, and not doing too much because I am still tired. I have a headache. I think it's because I need to drink water. So I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna go explore. Oh, and then convention, the thing that I'm actually here for that maybe I should talk about. My plan is that I will do setup tomorrow. As you all know, if you've watched any of my vlogs before, my setup does not take very long. It generally takes like an hour and a half at most. And the hotel I'm staying at is very close to the convention center, so I'm planning to just walk over there. Hand carry my things in tomorrow, so I think that should be good. The biggest issue with doing it tomorrow is tomorrow at the end is also open to the public, and they made a note in the email of like, make sure you're coming early enough to get all set up and you don't get caught in lines. How many lines happen? I don't know. So we shall see on that one, but it should be good. But yeah, let's go explore. Good morning, friends. It is Friday. I have just made myself some lovely hotel coffee. Tastes like coffee, which isn't really what I want from my coffee. We did successfully explore yesterday. I bought a thing from the Art Institute of Chicago. So what we did yesterday is, God, the Uber ride there was an experience, let me tell ya. Like, nothing on the driver or the other passenger. I did Uber share, but so it sounds like they picked someone up and then they were supposed to drive past where I was and go pick up another person a little bit south of me and then come back, pick me up, and then get on the freeway. So there were supposed to be three passengers. What happened instead was the driver went directly to pick me up. I got in the car, they swiped confirm on the passenger that they were supposed to pick up, who was not me, and then was confused because then another passenger showed up and I was like, yeah, I'm Natalie, because that passenger that they were then supposed to swipe on was me. So then it was like 5 minutes of trying to help the Uber driver figure out where this other passenger was, and no one was communicating because I don't know if English was this driver's first language, but the other passenger called and was like, hey, to start off, just went, hey, where are you? No, even like, hey, so I think you're my Uber driver and you're supposed to like be picking me up, and it says that I got picked up, but I'm not picked up. Where are you? Not how I would start it off. Just like, hey, where are you? From an unknown number. Which, to be fair, maybe you think because you're calling from the Uber app that like it gives some sort of indication. No, it just, on this driver's phone, it came up as likely spam because it was a phone number from LA. And then it was really hard to hear this guy on the other side of the phone, the other passenger. And the Uber driver wasn't really talking either. So I was like, hey, where are you? Because it was on speaker. So I can hear everything, right? And I can also talk. Says words that are kind of hard to hear, but I had actually seen previously kind of where this other passenger was supposed to get picked up because it showed me on the map route. So I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, you gotta turn around, you gotta go back down this street. And I was giving the Uber driver directions, and then we were basically there, and the guy on the phone was like, don't worry about it, I'm just gonna cancel the Uber, and then cancels the Uber. And so I'm like, oh, okay, yep, just continue, it's fine. So that was at the beginning of the ride. We drop off the other passenger, and traffic was horrendous. I think it was originally supposed to take like 40 minutes. It definitely took over an hour to get there. I then realized after we drop off the other passenger and I can actually see where it's taking us. It's taking us north of where I want to go. It's like an 11-minute ride north, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, Uber driver. I think it put in the wrong place, because I look it up on Google too, which is why I was like, oh yeah, it'll be fine going on Uber, like just by the business name. There's only one of them. It looked approximately correct on Uber when I checked, and I didn't check it too closely because, again, there's only one of this business. It's not a chain. There aren't multiple locations. But no, maybe it was like a previous location of this business or something, but it's taking me up north when I want to be like downtown Chicago area, which is a little bit more south from where it was trying to take us. So I was like, I'm so sorry. Can you pull over and just like let me out here, because it's gonna be cheaper for me to get there from here than it is from wherever you're trying to take me. And Uber driver was so sweet, bless his heart. He was like, okay, I will just finish the ride up here and then put into Google Maps where you want to go. I was like, are you sure? Like, you don't have to, like, totally understand. And to be fair, like, it was faster to go to where I actually wanted to go. It was 11 minutes to go to where it was trying to take us, and 7 minutes to go to where I actually wanted to go. Very, very sweet. And I tipped him well because I felt really bad. Even from like, I mean, from the first incident, I was like, you need to talk more, my guy. You need to be talking to this person. Like, tell them that you're on your way or something. Why are your passengers doing the communication for you? But also, to his credit, Uber. If there are any random Uber UX designers watching this video right now, suggestion for you. You have the passenger's location and you have the driver's location. If those two aren't matched up, you should have some sort of confirmation. Like, are you sure you picked up this passenger? You're not at their location. Just something to consider, like a little extra. Because then after that, you completely lose where they were supposed to be and there's no way to get back to it, right? Anyways, that's my suggestion to improve the UX UI with no experience or any of the backing of the user research other than this one time that I was in an Uber. So very professional opinion. But then we successfully made it to the bagel shop that I wanted to go to, and we made it way later than I thought. They closed at 3. I got there at like 2:30. I felt a little bit bad, but out of there like 10 minutes before they were supposed to close. So sat and ate, and then walked to the Design Museum of Chicago, which was much smaller than I expected. I expected it to be a little bit larger, but it was really just like one floor and one big room of things, and I expected it to be more design focused too. But they had a little thing at the front that was like, what is design and what design means, etc., etc. And then in the back, like past that, there was a little like art exhibit, which was fun and cool. And it was kind of around, I did read the blurb, but unless I take a photo of it and I can read it again, is in my brain and then out a second time. But it was around like disability and I think society, and maybe how society sees disability, or like how personal experience of something around focused on disability. And there were some cool pieces in there. And then also in the design museum, there was a little section that was more student projects, which is what I wanted more of. I wanted more of like what was in this section because it was student design projects. There was a lot of architecture projects I could have done with less architecture, but there was a really cool industrial design project that I thought was neat, but I wanted more of that from the design museum. And unfortunately, there wasn't as much of that. So then walked over to the bean. It was a bean, or rather the cloud, that sculpture that everyone just calls the bean. That was cool. It was a big metallic bean. It wasn't in the location that I expected it to be. Like, I think I've seen people do photos of the bean before. For some reason, I expected it to be more in like a plaza, but it's actually like raised up in a park. So just like what I expected in my brain, not the case. And then continued walking down to the Art Institute of Chicago. Proceeded to spend 4 hours there. So it is already a fairly large museum, but I spent my time going through it. I got to do a little sketch of one of the statues. My critique of the Art Institute of Chicago is they don't have enough benches situated in places where it would make sense to sketch things. That's my critique. So in like the Greek statue area, they just have benches along the side rather than like in the center. And there weren't many statues that I really wanted to sketch. Like the ones that I wanted to sketch weren't close enough to, or at a good angle to sketch from where the benches were positioned. And then in a lot of the galleries too, there weren't benches in the center. Like some definitely did have benches in the center, but some were just like empty space. And I wonder if it's because it's a popular museum and they decided to optimize for like walking space and standing space rather than sitting space. But that's my feedback on the layout design of the Art Institute of Chicago. I'm just giving so much feedback to random people that will probably never watch this. But it was really lovely. I think my 2 favorite pieces, we'll go 3. So there was a video installation, and unless I look it up, which y'all are on my phone, so I can't look it up because I took photos of it, so I'll put it on the screen. There's a video installation by insert name here. I sat in there for probably at least 5 minutes listening to the video installation and watching it, and I didn't read the like description about what it was supposed to be about beforehand. So my interpretation of it was more so along the lines of like how it feels to be perceived and like thoughts and anxiety and not being able to slow down versus like being able to be perceived and heard, and how that feels and how that can help, but also it can't help, because being perceived in that way or being heard can help take some of that stress off, but that stress is still always there because it's not necessarily about other people hearing you. It's about your like own inner struggles. And then reading through what it actually was trying to, what the artist was actually trying to convey was more along the lines of like, seemed very focused in like linguistics and words, which I thought was interesting, and like focusing on a type of word, and the fact that the moaning that you hear is breathing exercises, I thought was really interesting. It kind of went along with the types of words that were like taken from, I don't remember the exact words that were used, but like self-help or like YouTube and TikTok, like wellness journeys and like making yourself the best person you can be, like that vibe. So I thought that was really interesting. And I like personally resonate with my own interpretation more because it's my own interpretation and I am 100% biased. But the next piece that I really, really loved, and I intended to go back to it at the very end of my museum trip because I didn't think I would take a full 4 hours to go through everything and be 10 minutes before close when I went to it. But it was Lost Paradise by an insert artist here. And that one is it's just visually stunning. It is so large and so sparkly. I love the sparkles, but also just like bright and just eye-catching. And it shows the artist, I don't know if it was ever described as a self-portrait, but it almost is like a self-portrait, but like self-journey almost. and I think is very self-referential to the artist's feelings and journey of leaving his home country because of like a violent military group, and kind of coming to terms with that, and how he feels like, I think from the blurb, like he feels like his home country is a paradise, but in having to come to terms with the fact that he's probably never going to be back there. The artist also said he's probably going to be working on this piece for the rest of his life. So he started this piece in 2009, and my assumption is what is currently presented, because it says 2009 to 2025, my guess is that he is still working on it, but what is currently presented is up to 2025. But I think it's interesting because you're supposed to read it left to right, or look at it left to right. Like that's the progression of the journey, right? So my assumption, and I would want to do more research on this to check and see if this assumption is correct, but my assumption is he worked on the leftmost pieces first, then the rightmost pieces last. So it's also kind of a fun or like interesting progression of his artistic practice as well. And I think that's cool. And then third favorite was a Monet. And I don't remember the exact title for this one, but it's the one where he's looking at the Parliament buildings. It's very foggy and just lots of like smeary colors. I really like Monet. I like Monet's work. I think his color use is very cool. I think I'm also just drawn to artists that do like a softer, more blendy art style, because it's very different from what I do in my own artistic practice. And I end up thinking that just looks really cool, because it's not something that how I do art I can necessarily achieve. Bonus fourth mention, because I thought it was really, really funny, is this piece called Still by insert artist name. And this one is a like sculpture display thing, 3D. It's a 3D piece, and it is a glass like display case with a mirrored back and then filled with stainless steel like implements. A lot I think are medical implements. And the notes on this one were talking about like medical stuff and scary or not scary, things like that. But it was really the bit at the end, an artist quote that was something along the lines of, I want to just see the thing. I want to see the thing as realistically as possible, so just show me the thing. I was like, yeah, and that's why it's called Still. It's a still life. I don't know, I just find that really funny. Like, why paint the thing when I could just give you the thing itself and call it art? And that's my still life. It's just putting the pile of grapes in front of you instead of painting it. I think you could probably abstract it too of like, well, you could take a photo of a traditional like still life setup, right? Pile of grapes, bowl of fruit, etc., and call that a still life as well, because it's a still of life. Anyways, so that was the Art Institute of Chicago. Like I mentioned, I got out of there with like 5 minutes to spare, and then I went to the museum gift shop for the last 5 minutes that I had before they fully closed, and I bought a mug. So it's got the lion, and they have 2 statues of lions outside of their front doors, and then it says the Art Institute of Chicago on the side, but it's a good hefty mug, and I thought it was cute. And I try to get a mug from all of the art museums that I visited. So I've got a few now from different places, but it's about 9:30, 9:45. I don't actually know the time since we've been sitting here chatting. Probably closer to 10 now. And I'm going to move the things from my carry-on suitcase into my big red suitcase, and then we're going to go to the venue and set up. And my guess is that we are going to be done before we are supposed to open, so I will probably then dip and go and get lunch or something, probably just from around here. The next 3 days are gonna be just like convention stuff. We're not gonna go into Chicago, and it's like, again, it's like a 30-40 minute drive to get to Chicago. So that's not happening. The next few days when we're actually in convention mode are going to be very boring extracurricular days, let me tell you. We're gonna order food in, we're gonna sit in the hotel and watch TV, and sleep a lot probably, that's my guess. So, should be good. Let's get going. Hello. We are all set up. I mean, we were all set up. I didn't film any of this, but we set up, and then I went back to the hotel for like an hour and a half and had some food. And now we're back here, and we're about 20 minutes from opening. The entry area looks fairly busy. The line that I showed y'all earlier has dissolved now. I assume folks were just waiting to get their badges. And now we just kind of wait. I think it'll take a bit even after 2 for people to like filter back here. We're pretty far in the back. I am concerned about how my internet's gonna hold up, because what we're doing is we're hotspotting off of my phone and putting that onto my iPad. So iPad is connected to the hotspot from my phone. So hopefully it holds, knock on wood, etc., etc. Cross all the fingers. Hopefully it's fine for the weekend. If anything, it'll break tomorrow. But yeah, that's kind of it. Let me show y'all the booth setup, because it's a little bit different. So this is the booth setup, and the biggest difference is I've moved the like print display that really has the free run zine, the CRT, and then I put out 2 of my block prints. I moved that down to the lower level, and the stickers that used to be there are up here. So originally I was going to try and have the washi tape also down here along with the sticker books, but then it looked way too cluttered down here and I hated it. So we left the sticker books and the washi tape up there. Additionally, I've added the prints up at the top, and so those are the holographic ones. You can see they're sparkly. And then these ones down here are also the holographic ones, but kind of showing some of the individual consoles that I have available. Well, not putting them all out because I don't have a corner booth this time, so we're not putting them on the corner. Other than that, the keychains are pretty much the same. We have restocked the Undertale shaker keychains from last event, and then these guys are new, and I like how they look. Additionally, the sticker, also new and sparkly. So we got some new Mass Effect stuff. And on the topic of stickers, I felt like I packed enough stickers to fill, but both of my sticker displays compared to how they normally look feel really empty. I also added like a little tab thing here and here. So we'll see how that goes as well. But yeah, both of my sticker displays look a little bit empty compared to, I feel like, how they're used to looking, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, but it's just weird to me. No one else is gonna notice, but it feels weird to me. But that is pretty much what the booth setup's looking like. We shall see also if I get any newsletter signups. It might just be the location of this kind of sucks, but last time I had it turned, so we'll see if having it straight on helps at all. Excited to see how the event goes. Let me know if y'all have any questions.
CTA drivers and
Cool. Did you want to do cash card or Venmo?
yeah.
Cash? Cool. $5 even. Awesome. I'll hand this to ya. 15 back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Enjoy the rest of the convention.
Thank you.
Okay, hello friends. It's 5:02 right now. The show today on Friday goes from 2 until 9. So, hello. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Thank you. So we still have 4 more hours left, and it's only been 3 hours.
Oh my god! Oh, we sold out!
So we're 3 hours in, and have had 3 sales, although it is getting busier now because the first 2 hours were just VIP folks and all-day pass holders. So now it's open to everyone, and it has been for the last hour. Also, it's 5 now, so I assume that people are getting off of work if they were still working today. I honestly think that probably smart show hours to have the... Hello! Let me know if y'all have any questions.
Is it this?
Yeah.
Food pack, just like a random card. It's like
It's-
a keychain.
A keychain and 3 stickers based off of the game Balatro.
Okay.
Yeah, if you've played.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Joker designs.
Okay.
I can show you a photo of all of the different options if you
Sure.
would like.
Yeah. You said there was a keychain and 3 stickers.
Yes, a keychain and 3 stickers. So the top row,
Okay. Gabby.
top row are the keychains that are in there, and they're all double-sided. So Ride the Bus has the artwork on the other side.
That's sick.
Then if I can scroll, which it doesn't want me to. No, that one's not gonna load. Okay, you get the small photo. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
The rest are the stickers. So the keychain's the
sick.
top row, and the rest are stickers.
How much is
Yeah.
food pack?
Buffoon pack is 20. Did you want to do cash card or Venmo? Cash? Cool. It'll be 35. 15 back.
It's 20 for the...
20, yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Did you want a bag for it or
I
just?
got this. Thank you so much.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. I've also realized that I forgot to be categorizing my cash purchases, but those were only the second, and I think I lied earlier. I think we had 4 before these 2 purchases because I forgot that I sold a pigeon sticker and a therapy sticker, which actually I think y'all watched me sell. I just forgot to categorize it. Hello. And then that was a buffoon pack and Animal Crosser spinner for 35 cash. And then we also had just a buffoon pack for 20. No one's taken me up on Venmo yet. Also, I have no more 10s. We're running out of 5s. Hello. Let me know if y'all have any questions. There's also a sticker that's Mass Effect. If you saw, it's down here. It's the probe away.
Oh my god.
And it's sparkly too.
Wow.
Both of my Mass Effect things are new, so I'm glad someone found them.
I love it.
Yes.
There was a time where you would see Mass Effect at like every con, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's faded away.
It's old
and
now.
It is. I know. It's so weird.
I'm like, I love it still.
Buffoon pack. What is in the buffoon?
It's a keychain and 3 stickers based off of the Balatro Jokers. And I do have a photo pulled up if you would like to see the different options.
All right, I'll take
Awesome. Did you want to do cash card or Venmo?
Do you have a preference between card and Venmo?
Venmo's preferred.
Okay, I'll do Venmo.
Awesome. QR code is here. Let me do math real fast. It'll be 42.
Okay.
And I can do card if Venmo isn't loading.
Did you say
Yay! 42, yes.
Can I do card?
Yeah. 2205 with tax. And a couple questions for you. And then you're all set. This is yours. You are all set. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the convention. Buffoon packs are going now. I think I need to restock them actually. So I think I only put 4 out, and I'm pretty sure we just sold 4. So, hello. Let me know if you have any questions.
Mind if I shake the...
Yeah, go for it.
Are the juices considered the
Shakers.
Or shakers?
Shakers,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm so indecisive.
That's so fair.
Is this like a little picture frame?
Yeah, so the screen is an insert, and then there's 4 mystery inserts in the back that are like popular media.
Okay, cool. Wait, that's so cute. Okay.
Yeah, but you could also make your own and put whatever you wanted in there. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do these 2.
Awesome.
And then I'll do Venmo if that's okay.
Yeah, Venmo's great. I'll be 14 even. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Awesome. Awesome. You are all set. Thank you.
And then your socials is the same as what'll come up as.
Yes, and I put my business card in the back there, and that has all my socials and stuff up.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Can we get your sparkly game cube?
Yeah. Let's see.
This is so cool because we're running out of room for, like, we have a whole gallery wall in
Oh,
our
fun.
living room, but we're running, like, most things are 11 by 17, we're running out
I
of
feel
space.
that. Same.
So
Okay.
anytime we see smaller, we're like, we can
Yes. I have two versions. Or the one up here is also a different, like, holographic pattern.
This one.
That one? Woo.
Yeah, that one's
Cool. And then did you want to do cash card or Venmo?
Cash, please.
Awesome.
Or card, please.
Card? Cool.
That's okay.
Also works.
Discs with this light.
Legally distinct.
Yeah.
I
You don't want to fuck with it.
1102.
I like the Mario Kart one.
Thank you. Couple questions for you, and then you are all set.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
And I tucked a business card there for you too.
Beautiful. Can't wait to add her to our wall.
I'm so happy. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the convention. So right as I was complaining about the fact that we hadn't had many sales, we get like so many sales in the span of not that long. Anyways, so we're chilling now. I do think it's because it's past 5 and people have gotten off of work. If I had to guess, we have about 4 more hours. It's like 5:20 now, so just past like 15 minutes. I am doing pre-orders on the Pochta mouse pad because I didn't want to change my setup and I don't have any. So no one's taken me up on it, but it essentially is just, I set it up on my online store. So technically, even if you weren't at the convention, you could order it and it's just free shipping. Pretty simple, but I'm hoping to order those when I finish my design for my desk mat and then have that as a big old order. But yeah, I think that's about it for right now. I'll talk to y'all later. Good morning, friends. Welcome to day 2. I'm tired. It's like 9 a.m. right now, almost 9 a.m. and show opens at 9:30, so I gotta get going real fast here. But we got more hotel coffee and the sandwich that I got for lunch yesterday I didn't finish, so I think I'll bring that along with me for lunch today at the convention center. Last night we had a feast of McDonald's, which, yeah, I just wanted something fast. I think tonight we'll get pizza from a place that I had wanted to try. And then I don't know what we're doing for food on Sunday night. I haven't decided that yet. Maybe we'll go out to a restaurant instead of staying inside. To be determined. Yesterday's sales were pretty disappointing. I think we ended up somewhere around 300-ish, 350, which is not very good for, like, that doesn't even cover table. I want to say table was like 450. So let's hope today's better by a long shot. Again, I saw a good amount of Friday only badges yesterday, so here's to hoping that there are more folks who are like Saturday only or Sunday only and show up. It is funny coming back to the hotel after the convention floor closes because there's just so many people and people in cosplay also walking around the hotel lobby. They did also send out the rebooking link for next year, so I think I'll make a decision after today on if I want to rebook for next year. So I think that's something that's kind of nice about FanExpos is once you're in, you're in, and you can just rebook. And I haven't actually looked at it yet, but it sounds like it might be cheaper if you rebook before the weekend's done, which is also nice. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's hope that today is an above 1K day, because I think that will get me well on the way to making back expenses, because I'd really like to make back expenses on this event, not have 2 out-of-state flops, because that would probably put me off out-of-state events for a while. Although it is fun to be able to travel and do it for cheaper, because like I said, my first day was just like Explore Chicago day, and then Monday will also mostly be an Explore Chicago day, although I'm flying out on that day as well. But not until late. Anyways, I'm gonna drink my coffee and then we're gonna head to the show again and be there for so long. It's 9:30 to 7 today, so not 12 hours, but it's like a 10-hour day, 9.5 hours. My feet are gonna hate me at the end of today. So yeah, I will see y'all there. Good morning again, friends. It is about 10:15 now, so we've been here for like 45 minutes. Well, we've been open for 45 minutes. I got here, I think, 15 minutes before Artist Alley opened. It's been better traffic than yesterday at opening, but still like kind of slowish. I swapped the layout out. I didn't feel like it made a significant difference, and I felt like it impacted the stickers being able to be seen, which generally are my best sellers. So we've put those back down and have defaulted back to normal. Hello. Let me know if you have any questions.
Notebook
Ah,
to doodle on, and I fear I may be in Sticker Central.
yes. I don't have any notebooks with me.
It's okay though.
The closest
I'm
thing
a
I have is
sticker and
the
I can
stationery
appreciate
stuff.
Just a fantastic thing to have me pause and look at. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Should I have brought my notebooks? Maybe. Maybe I should try swapping out because I feel like my sticker books have not been doing very good at conventions. I don't know. Maybe it's like a Washington versus everywhere else thing. Do people outside of Washington not like sticker books? Maybe. But we'll see. I did sell one Soot Sprite mouse pad yesterday. Haven't had any bites on the pre-orders, so I actually swapped out the signage on Pochta. And yesterday I had like a little sold out thing and asked me about pre-orders. Today I swapped it out to not say sold out and it just says pre-orders only. So we'll see if that changes anything. Who knows? But I did forget. I think I need to restock one of the washi tapes. We sold a Stardew Valley foraging washi tape yesterday. This guy. I think we've had 2 sales so far today. And again, just had a few people come by, but then now there's no one in front of my booth and no one walking by either. So it's an interesting, it does feel busier, but also it doesn't. I do also see a lot of Saturday only badges again, so those should all be new people, which might be interesting. I'm also regretting not getting an extra coffee. I finished the hotel coffee and then I feel so tired right now. I'm so sleepy. So I would leave my table to go run and get coffee, but 1, don't have anyone to watch it because soloing this event. And 2, it's only a Starbucks in here and I don't like Starbucks. I'm not a huge fan of union busting. So my boycott of Starbucks continues. And also I would imagine the lines for that are insane right now. So I think it would take me at least 30 minutes, if not longer, to go there, get coffee, and get back. Hello! Yeah, that artist lent me their little thing to cover up my keychains for last night because I was just gonna leave them uncovered. I was like, I don't care. If someone steals things, then it's fine. I could take them all down and put them in the back, but that sounds like too much effort. I did that at GalaxyCon, but at GalaxyCon it also felt like they were leaving part of the show floor open and then just closing off part of it, so I was a little bit more sus. This feels more so like entire separate area, which maybe they were doing the same thing for GalaxyCon as well, but I don't know. I was just gonna leave it uncovered and the artist was like, no, he's insisted, so I was like, okay, fine. I can put it up, thank you. No thefts that I noticed. Also yesterday had so many small children, so entertained by the dog butt, which I think is so funny, just because butts are just such a funny thing apparently, and I hope no parents are mad about the fact that I have a dog butt on display in view of children, specifically their children. There was one very small child, 2 or 3 probably, maybe a little bit older, but I think 2 or 3, very small. And was walking by with his parents, had walked by, broke away, ran back to my table to, to squish the butt. His parents were just like, no. Hello. Yeah, basically, I'm sleepy. Children are enthused by butts. Oh, I was saying how I hope parents aren't offended, because in my opinion, the like big titty anime girls who are still clothed but like barely are worse than a dog butt. Like, let's be so for real. If you're gonna be like offended by anything, I feel like you should be offended by that. But that's my opinion. And I am absolutely biased because I have one of the things on my table and not the other. Folks who are big titty anime girl drawers might feel different. Oh, I saw someone walk by with coffee. I'm jealous. Anyways, let's hope today goes pretty well. Crossing fingers that we at least make back expenses on this trip. And I will talk to y'all later. Hello, friends. It is 2:30 and I'm kind of sleepy still, but it's definitely better in terms of sleepiness. I mean, traffic is also better. 2:30 means we have like 4.5 hours left, which still feels like so long, but it means that we are more than halfway through the day, which is great. I do love that. The internet started kind of going poop maybe like 2 hours ago, and it's like off and on, which is how you know it's related to how many people are around. So I've had a few, I haven't lost out on any sales yet because of the internet. I think it helps that there are some ATMs around the convention floor, and that's definitely helpful. The issue is that sometimes Square will go into like offline mode where I can take payments without it actually processing. It'll process it later, but sometimes it just attempts to verify forever.
That isn't acceptable.
Let me know if y'all have any questions. Are you exhibitors?
We were
did
panels.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, we were doing panels.
Very cool.
Oh, it goes along. This one goes along with this one. I can update it when I want to. And one of the characters.
I like that. I'm gonna take one of those.
Yeah.
I love the sticker sheets. So good.
So these are 7 for 3? Or no?
7 for 1 or 3 for 18, yes.
It was like, she was like, here, no.
So affordable.
Yeah, we want to make it beneficial. We're like one of the only people who has anything Maple Story.
Yeah,
It's niche now. And
it is niche, yeah. I'm excited for classics to come out.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They kind of flopped with that 3D, the second Maple Story.
Yeah.
I did not know. So I just played like the community version of the original one.
Gotcha. Very cool. Yeah. Did you want to do cash card or Venmo? Card? Cool. 1984 with tax whenever you're ready. We'll see if it is actually fast this time. Awesome. You are good.
Can I go through?
Yeah. Couple questions for you. You are all set. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the convention, y'all. Haha. Successful sale. It is now 2:45. My feet hurt again.
Isn't that a game, she says?
If you like Mass Effect, I also have a sticker, the Probe Away. Oh. Those ones are 4 each. Yeah.
I'm like maybe one Mass Effect thing like every other con.
Yes.
It's so rare. Is that 90?
Yeah, it's a sticker sheet, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I couldn't tell if it was like one big sticker. I'm just gonna do just these two.
Delightful.
So this is 18, right?
Yes. 18 and 4. Yes. You doing cash? Awesome. Give me 1 second. Say again? Thank you. I will trade you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the con. Let me know if you have any questions.
I'm so obsessed with the Minecraft book. Like,
Thank you. Yes.
I can touch it.
Huh?
I can touch it. No photo, but I can touch it.
Yes. Let me know if y'all have any questions.
Alright, I'll do this.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Thank you. Did you want to do cash card or Venmo?
I'll do card.
Cool. $16.54 with tax. We'll see if it goes through. It's giving me spinning wheel of authorizing. Hello friends, it is the last day of the event and it's about 10, so I think doors are open now for everyone. Day 2 and day 3, so day 1 they had like an hour and a half of preview for like VIP and all day pass members. Yesterday and today it's just been like 30 minutes, 9:30 to 10, so we have officially opened. I've made 2 sales thus far. Someone bought a lot of the AO3 stickers and I love that for them. I'm fairly certain that we made back expenses yesterday. So I think today is just profit. But also I could be wrong and I could be forgetting some expenses. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Hello. Let me know if you have any questions.
I like your 3D mouse pads.
Thank you.
I think I have to get one.
Yeah. Did you want to do the pochita or the soot spray?
So it's great.
Cool. Awesome. Cash card or Venmo?
Cash.
Awesome.
You can keep the change.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Have a great rest of your day, y'all.
4 piece for the stickers, so 8, so it'd be 20, yes?
These ones are actually 5 each,
5
so it'd be
each,
10.
10.
So it'd be 22, yes.
Okay. Do you change for 20?
I do, yes. So, 18 back.
Thank you so
so much. I believe it's just Animal Crossing. I think it's the original.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was the one that was on GameCube.
Because it had like on GameCube, I remember playing the older versions and like they had like the GameCube boxes and items, and you could play Animal Crossing on Animal Crossing, which was bonkers.
I don't think I ever got that, but that's so funny.
It was very good.
If you would like, you can also take a card.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're so fun.
Thank you. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, the fun thing is, I am out of 5s. So, that one where I had to give 8 back in change, I had to give 8 ones. And luckily I still have a good amount of ones, probably at least like 10 to 15 ones left, but would love some more 5s. I didn't bring enough apparently. Overrun with 20s. It's a good problem to have. Can't complain too much. But don't remember what else I was talking about. So I think I've made expenses back, but I also haven't calculated like exact expense number, and definitely haven't included food in my thoughts. So could very easily be more than what I was expecting, and I need to make back some more expenses today. Could also be that I'm underestimating or overestimating profits from last 2 days. So we still could be negative from expenses. I won't really know until I get home and calculate all the numbers. But I'm trying to decide if I want to rebook this show for next year, because it's cheaper if I rebook by the end of today, I believe. And I'm kind of leaning towards no, but I'm not sure. Because it could also just be that, like, I think everyone's like, yeah, like this year has just been sucky because economy and people aren't spending money, and it's just been continuing to go downhill. I feel like I've experienced kind of the opposite with a lot of my like June events and Pride Month events. And maybe it's just that like that's more my demographic, which feels weird to say because so much of my stuff is nerd stuff. But I mean, I guess queer people are nerds too, right? But I have one more out-of-state event planned currently, right? I have Game On Expo in January of next year. So, got like, what, 5 months at least? 4 months? I think it's like 5 months. We've got a little bit before my next out-of-state event. And be doing some in-state events in that meantime. But maybe it's also just like out-of-state events aren't for me. Maybe that's okay. I would like trying to do, I know Games Done Quick, GDQ, has started doing like a mini artist alley at their events. And I'd be very interested in doing that just because, again, I kind of want to focus more on like gaming conventions in the future, which is part of the reason that I'm still maybe a little bit hopeful for Game On Expo, even though it is a smaller event. Because I don't know if y'all have noticed, but like all of my stuff is gaming related, or most of my stuff. I have a few anime things, but definitely more gaming related. Oh, the other thing to mention is that there are a lot of like one day only pass badges that I see, because they have, so mine is obviously exhibitor, but they do different colors for each of the days. So today's color, Sunday, is like it's actually a really pretty color. It's like a bluey teal kind of, like blue-green. Whereas yesterday's was yellow. And so it is actually surprising how many of like the one-day passes I see and like have been seeing throughout. Friday had less just because there were less people Friday. Yesterday had a lot of just like Saturday only passes, and then today also has a lot of Sunday only passes so far, with some all day passes mixed in and all that jazz. But yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Hello, friends. We are back home in Seattle. It's about a week after we got home, and I've crunched the numbers, but let's get right into it. So, similar to the New Orleans GalaxyCon vlog, I'm not going to be talking exact numbers. I'm going to more so just be talking about the profit that we made, but we will still talk about 2 sets of numbers. So, the first set is the amount of profit we made subtracting out taxes, fees, and all of our expenses. So hotel, flight, food, booth fee, all that jazz. So with all of those subtracted, we made $265.37. So positive, but not very much. If I was going to pay myself a living wage, that's not enough for 3 days of 2 7-hour days and 1 almost 10-hour day. That's not enough for that, I don't think. I actually didn't do the math on how much that would be per hour. Anyways, so that isn't including product costs. So I took out the product costs, and it's only subtracting taxes, fees, and then those specific like event expenses. If we take out product costs, we are at negative $191.77. So we're like teetering on the edge of technically profitable versus technically not profitable. And I don't remember what I've said for previous videos, but to make it a win for myself, we're going to say that this event we were profitable by about $260, and we're not going to think about product costs because those are accounted elsewhere, usually in the overall year finances. What does this mean? It means, well, one, I didn't do as well at this event as I had hoped. Friday and Sunday were pretty lackluster, and Saturday was fine, but I did about as well as I did like Saturday SakuraCon, which won. Saturday SakuraCon had the Cheesecake Factory. This was 2025 was when I was at SakuraCon. I had the Cheesecake Factory fire, and I also didn't have nearly as many like keychains, which tend to be a pretty big seller nowadays. Also not as many like sticker designs, etc., etc. Just less things, you know? I've kind of accumulated the things that I know tend to do pretty well, and I had less of that a year and like 6 months ago. So I would expect then that a Saturday at a convention would be much better than what it was a year and a half ago. But unfortunately, it was about the same. And then again, Friday and Sunday were really not great. Like Friday, you kind of expect it to be slow. The Sunday was like a little bit more than Friday, but like not by much. And that was pretty disappointing. So I don't think I mentioned it, but I decided not to rebook for next year. There's always the question of like how much of lack of sales this year is just economy. But like I think I mentioned previously, I did the best I've ever done in a like June earlier this year. So I also wonder how much of it is just I live in Seattle. My things appeal to like people who also live in Seattle, and like how much of it is I have less of an appeal to people outside of this geographic region. I would be interested to see how I do in like a New York or a like somewhere in California, which means that I would need to get into events there. Part of me is also wondering if I should be applying because again, GalaxyCon and FanExpo are both more general fandom stuff, whereas SakuraCon is anime specifically, even though, of course, that ends up being a lot of more general things. I'm wondering if I need to apply to more anime conventions because maybe like the subset of anime in general con people is like more my demographic is part of like what I'm wondering, because I guess there's a thing in my brain where it's like, well, then you don't get the just like general like comic book people and Star Trek and Doctor Who and Harry Potter people as much, you know, as you would at a more general fandom convention. Essentially, I'm almost wondering if there's too many families and there's too many older people who don't tend to be my demographics. So maybe I'll think about that as well. Anyways, that's a pretty quick wrap up. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider subscribing. I post videos every Monday about my artwork and what it's like running a small art business. I also want to take the time to thank my Ko-fi subscribers for their support. If you are interested in supporting me further, you can subscribe at 2 different tiers. You'll get various rewards like your name in this video, as well as monthly behind the scenes sketchbooks, exclusive previews, and digital tier members will get monthly backgrounds for desktop and mobile. Thank you again for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!